As materials for the kombucha you need fresh blueberries, dried blueberries, black tea, this one was also with blueberry flavor, green tea, filter paper, conventional sugar, and a container to store the batch without oxygen. If you want, you can make a screenshot from the instructions. You need 25 grams of black tea and 25 grams of green tea, 160 grams of sugar. I did 2 batches each, so I cooked 2 liters of water, and at a temperature from 95 degrees you add all the ingredients and cook them. According to the paper I used, I cooked the tea 20 minutes, but as an improvement I would rather cook it like normal green and black tea, like 3 minutes. Meanwhile, I picked 200 grams of the best looking blueberries, washed them and bleached them at 100 degrees for 3 minutes, and then I homogenized them with a fork, as you can see here. After filtering with a sieve and with filter paper, I sterilized the mix 50 minutes for 120 degrees. And then I divided the blueberry mass into containers for 2 batches. Here are the instructions for the dried berry version. The beginning is the same as for the fresh berries to prepare the tea. But this time I added also the dried berries. For 2 batches I used 120 gram dried berries. They smelled very intense, so maybe a smaller amount could be also enough. 20 minutes of cooking at 95 degrees, and after that I let it infuse for 20 minutes without heat. I used again a sieve and filter paper, but this liquid was way thicker than the other tea mixture. Then I sterilized that too and cooled it down to 25 degrees. To each batch I added 100 milliliter starter kombucha, means liquid SCOBY. I left them 18 days to ferment at a degree of 23. And of course I control it some days if there's anything like mold building or something like this, but it looked pretty good. To save some time, I filtered every batch at the same time. The fermentation worked out. After opening the containers, there was the sound of carbon dioxide, and you can see bubbles have appeared here. In both containers of the dried berries version, there was pellicle biomass phase building. One of them I show here more detailed. You could use that for another batch of kombucha as starter. While filtering, you can see the color difference between the 2 batches. The batch with dried berries are way more dark and colorful. The final kombucha has its typically smell like alcohol, and this has also biofilm on it. And as an improvement, you can make a screenshot here.